What I'm going to be showing you today is basically how to set up a big tank like this, which is a 3-footer for your crested geckos. Now the crested geckos, you can see, are just in a smallish tank, to be honest, but they are adults, and they've not been in there long. They were only purchased recently, and we'd like to put them into a bigger tank and give them just a bit more space and really just pimp it out for them a little bit. So we're going to be showing you guys a little bit of what they'd need. Not a great deal, to be quite honest, compared to other lizards. Other lizards need a hell of a lot more sort of care and different requirements. But let's get started. Right then, so to start with, inside the tank already we do have some substrate, just some basic wood chippings, that's all it is. I'll give you guys a quick show now. So as you can see in the tank currently, we do just have some basic wood chipping down, just for a base layer. Right, so as well as the feeding bowl, or the feeding stone that we have inside there, we've got a few bits of bark. We also have a vine which we'll be adding today, and we've got a lot of greenery and a moss block. Now the moss block will be going over the top of everything that's in there, and we also have some of these, which are they're just plastic vines. They're foam vines. You can get them for about £3, £4. We picked them up from Doncaster Show, and then as you can see, I'm just kind of building along by masking around this greenery around the vine. Try and make it look like it's all connected and it's all packed together, and then we're just going to be tying it down in a few places with just some rope which we got from the local pound store, which should work quite nicely. This is a bit thick, you might want to use some thinner stuff to make it a bit more discreet, but for now that will do just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try and green this up the best we can to make it look like a complete piece. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place in our forest moss. This is perfect for geckos. It will, when we spray it down, it will hold its moisture really nicely and make a really humid environment in there for them. Now we've got the moss in, we're going to go ahead and give it a big spray now to really get it soaking, and then we can guarantee that when we put other things in, we have got all the moss underneath of everything. Right, now we've given that a really good spray, let's start putting a few of the features in. I unfortunately don't have the clips that I need right now to secure this to the sides, so we're just going to wrap it all in amongst here and just make it look really nice. Right, and now we've got the trees in and a lot of greenery, and we've got our vine working. We've put our vine down here at the moment. We are going to be getting a lot more vine, a lot more greenery, and attaching it up on the sides and really flowing it out so they can hide just everywhere in this thing. Moss, definitely, just keep soaking it every day to make sure that it stays nice and humid in here. For the food wise, we'll just be using one of these. And the food we're going to be putting in is in a nice little anchor dish, and we're going to be putting in one of these jelly pots, which is just a nice jelly paste sort of thing that he goes with. And then we have, where's his water? We've got his water, which we'll be putting in there as well, which is also in a little jar. We just used one of these jars after he'd finished it, and we just used it as our water jar, and that will simply just be stuck over to this side. I'm going to be screwing this one on just to make sure that it fits there nicely, and that when they stand on it, it can support their weight as well. As well as that, we do have a little pot here which is just purely of paste. It is the Reptiles Superfood Crested Gecko Complete Feed. You can get this from most reptile stores, some fish shops as well. And that we're just going to put at the opposite side and just down there on the floor if they choose to come down at any point and have a little nibble down there. Now we've fitted everything together and everything's fitted in, we're just going to go ahead and give everything a once over again and just spray a little bit of everything just to make sure it's all really nice and damp for them. Right, now the glass is in, everything's done and sprayed down. It's time for the geckos to go and meet their new home. So first off, this is our female crested, albino skinned, and she will be going in hopefully and be nice and happy. Where the hell have you gone? And here we've got our male albino pinstripe, who's going to be going in there now as well to join his missus. Took himself for that one. He was more than happy to go into his new enclosure.